into that. And I'll record the audio as we're talking to on my phone. That way I can add more to the notes if necessary. Yeah.
Happens ever.
Just don't understand why we have this option here.
I don't know why I keep doing this. It's driving me crazy.
The only thing I think of if nobody ate anything would be if somebody has something on their desk that they're going to
Okay.
Alright.
I thought it was a chemical.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I understand.
So, sorry about technical difficulties. We're dealing with it. Hopefully we'll figure it out eventually.
Are we recording?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm recording
Okay, cool.
on them,
Mm-hmm.
the main one. So hopefully it's okay. So everyone, welcome back for our new semester. We have a lot of stuff on the docket and on the schedule for this semester, which is terrifying. We'll keep adding more. But so the first thing we're going to do is just officer reports. I don't have much other than a couple of things from the last faculty meeting a few weeks ago, right before the semester started. Not a lot that directly affects us in the program, but stuff just to kind of be aware of. So the program is getting its undergrad degree starting next fall. And so they're currently working on just kind of getting that ready and setting up the curriculum, and they're going to hopefully have students starting next fall. So we have an undergrad program now, and they're looking at hiring some new faculty, which is pretty exciting, but once again doesn't really directly affect us. We also have a new master's program within the LIS department, which is the master's, we stole it from the higher ed department, but that's mainly in like tech design, so it's going to be more on the IT side of things in education rather than in libraries, and that will hopefully start around fall of 2020 if anyone wants to come back for another degree. Let's see, anything else? I do have to mention last semester we had a run-in with distance students were asking about this, where is it? Yeah, they were basically charged a differential tuition charge they shouldn't have had. This is anyone who started before August 2019, who noticed it on their like tuition and fees. What we found from the school is basically if you were charged that differential tuition and you were not supposed to be charged it, you will receive a refund of $20 per credit hour. They don't know the reimbursement date, but they said it will be refunded to you before the end of the semester. That's all we know. So if you did get charged that and you're just a student and you weren't supposed to, look out for a refund, I guess. Updates on our enrollment. We have 347 students again this semester, which is what we had last semester, so we're holding steady. We have 64 graduates this semester.
Ooh,
yeah, which is most.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because capstone is hectic. And they are looking at actually, let's see, revising a few of the admissions procedures, so thankfully that doesn't affect any of us because we're already in. And the last thing is that they are revising the capstone starting for next year's students, so I believe it's either in the fall or the spring. They're going to, if you're taking the capstone course after the semester, you will be having a different experience than those of us who are in it now. We're actually working on that with the revision committee today, so it's just going to basically be what we talked about last semester, where it'll be a practicum and the capstone course together, rather than just a capstone course by itself. That's pretty much it from the faculty meeting. They talked about a bunch of other junk that does not directly affect any of us at all. Also, they're in the middle of hiring a few new full-time positions, so that's exciting for us that we are expanding. And that's really it for me. So next is Vice President Tori.
I hope everyone can hear me. I'm the farthest away from the mic. I think the only thing for me is just we're continuing to
plan for, thank you for letting me know. We're continuing to plan for the diversity initiative events that we're having. We'll go over some dates later in the meeting, but the biggest thing on my plate right now is preparing our March speaker, who is Katrina Kendrick. She actually won the ACRL Librarian of the Year award just a day ago. So it's a pretty big deal, you know. Just kind of got her before they did. So she actually wants to speak to some questions that our students have about diversity issues, and it can range from any number of things. So we'll be sending a call out here soon for any questions that the members have about anything they want to talk about with diversity, and she's going to actually plan her discussion and her talk about the questions that we would have. So it'd be very informal, and it'd kind of run like a discussion forum. So just be on the lookout for that. We really want your feedback and want to know what you want to know, because we're providing a lot of programming, but also what has not been addressed for you. Like, what do you want to know that hasn't been talked about just yet? And we're working on trying to get something together for February, because we had some change up in the plans there. But we'll be having our first diversity talk tomorrow, actually, with Deborah Caldwell. She's our diversity resident here at UNCG. She's currently a librarian over in Jackson. And finally, we're having our first CritLib meeting this weekend. Basically, it's a book club that's going to focus on critical librarianship, and we mean book club very loosely. It'll be talking about a bunch of different ideas with critical theory, and by critical theory we mean anything from race theory to feminism, just how that plays a role in your job, in your career as a librarian, and how that informs your decisions as a library student and as a future librarian. So our first meeting is going to be very basic. It's going to go over some really basic vocabulary terms, and we'll send you guys home with one article that I've already read. It's not very long at all. Probably have longer readings for class. But it's just another resource we're trying to give our students to learn more about how the field of librarianship is operating right now outside of the theories that we learn in class. So we'll be having a couple of people who are experienced. Letitia Velez, her research is in critical theories, so she'll be there. We'll have a moderator to make sure that it remains a safe space, because we are hitting on some heavy topics, but we invite everyone and anyone who's willing to come. It's at 10 a.m. on Saturday. I think there's a lot to be learned there, and it's just really exciting because it's something that I feel is kind of, there's a gap somewhere in our instruction, and that's nothing due to, in my opinion, that's nothing due to the professors. There's just only so much they can teach in a small amount of time. So we're trying to provide this extra avenue for students who want to know a little bit more about how gender theory, how race theory, how all kinds of different really critical theories play into librarianship. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. I hope you can make it. And that is all for me, I think.
All right, so Treasurer Nayla. I don't have very many updates for you all. The last money we spent was on the diversity reception food for Deborah last semester, and as of today, our account is $968.08. In terms of incoming money, we're planning on doing the fundraiser again this year, but I think Melissa is going to talk about this later, a little bit. So yeah, that's all I have right now.
Okay, and then Secretary. Yes.
Hey everybody, so the first thing is that in January, the exec board decided to send a proposal in for UNC Charlotte. They're doing a diversity day at the end of February, and so we were going to submit a poster proposal to them because we were interested in kind of showcasing what we're doing with our diversity initiative this year. And so I'm supposed to hear back by February 1st about whether our proposal was accepted or not. And if so, then we'll start working on that, and then it'll be presented on February 28th. And then the second thing is that, as Tori mentioned, we had some change-ups in our scheduling for our diversity initiative events. And so we had an idea that instead of scheduling another speaker, that we might engage in like volunteerism this month, especially in light of Black History Month. And so today I'll be contacting the Boys and Girls Club of Greensboro to see if they would be willing for us to schedule a day to come down, like in the afternoon, evening time, to read some books to the children there that are written by Black authors or are on the subject of historical Black figures and events, just in celebration of the month and to raise awareness. So, you know, I'll be working on that. Nothing is set in stone right now. We're just in the planning stages, but we just want to let you guys be aware of that. So please keep an eye on our social media, because we'll be posting if we are able to get that together.
Okay, and then Communications Manager, Allison.
Hey, can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
The volume up on that.
I'm talking. I think my mic's good.
Is Allison muted, maybe?
No, she's
No, she's
muted
talking.
herself.
Oh.
She said she's talking, so, I'm gonna touch the audio.
Hey, can you hear me?
What's going on here? Sorry, Allison, we apologize.
Every time.
Every
Okay.
time it happens.
Okay, Erica says she can hear Allison? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it must be our end.
It is always us.
It is always,
Oh.
All right, guys.
it's always us. Okay.
Oh, that's good
Is
that y'all
that-
can hear.
Is that better?
Mm-hmm. No, that's the Yeti.
I mean, the only other thing is the headphones.
No, it's not my headphones.
Is that what we're looking for? As long as we can hear.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Allison, would you like to give it another go?
Is that better?
Hey!
Hey, there I am. Okay, thanks, guys. Sorry, we always have tech problems. Okay, so just a little statistics report on our social media. On Instagram, we have 157 followers. Twitter, we have 285, and Facebook, a whopping 417. So it has just trended upward, which is really exciting. So also, we have a resource list that will be coming out soon that we've been working on developing. Basically, it's just a bunch of librarians and archivists around the state and even out of state. I think we have one person from Canada that will be accessible to all of our students. And basically, it's just a bunch of librarians who want to help out, answer questions, and just help us in any way possible. So just a heads up, that's coming to you probably next week. And I think really the only other thing is just check the listserv emails, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We always have stuff going up, flyers and details about events. So if there's something that I missed or you want to put up on the listserv you feel is applicable to all students, just email me and I'll put my email in the chat. And that's it for me.
Sweet. Thank you. All right, so the next thing is actually, Tori already covered it.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. So the next thing on the agenda is actually, so for Student Chapter of the Year Award, we are applying again, and we are asking, we'll be sending out an email as well with a call for it, but just so everyone is aware, there's a section that asks for any awards and honors or scholarships that students or members have received in the last year. So if anyone has received anything that they would like to add to the list, please let us know, because we'd love to showcase the fact that our members are really awesome and get awarded things. And just keep an eye out for the email. It'll actually have Ashley's contact info, and she'll be taking all of those emails, so that should be going out soon.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have received anything that is an award, an honor, or scholarship in the field, so even if it was just like a conference scholarship to allow you to go to a library conference, to please let us know so we can add to the list. And hopefully we win again this year. The next thing is, as Nayla mentioned, we are looking to do our T-shirt fundraiser just like we did last year, and we actually narrowed down our pun options because we're doing a library pun per Tori's request on the T-shirt. And
This is my request.
you were the one who wanted the pun.
It was a great idea.
Yeah,
I loved it.
yeah.
Love it.
I mean, okay.
So the pun that we went with after much deliberation is ISBN thinking about you. So we
it looks better spelled out.
Yeah, really. It's so bad verbally. So that's the one we've decided on and we're going with, and we're currently working on the design as we speak. We've already got a great idea, so hopefully that's we figured it out, and we're gonna have the T-shirts available for purchase soon. That's really about it. I guess just keep an eye out for when we finally do the actual fundraiser and stop deliberating on the design of the T-shirt. So the next thing is actually meetup updates from Dylan.
Okay, all right, so I've narrowed it down. We have one meetup scheduled for the 3rd of March, and the second one, I'm not sure yet, but we may end up having 2 in March, one in Concord and one in Wilmington. So look out on social media for that. And I guess that's it.
And you said the March 3rd one is the one in Concord?
Yeah, that's the one in Concord, March 3rd. And I'm narrowing down the second one, possibly later on in March, just to give us some wiggle room, you know, between not back to back. But it'll be fun.
Sweet. All right, so we do have meetup scheduled. Hopefully we'll have some more for later in the semester in other areas. If anyone wants to host, please let us know. We are always looking for more meetup hosts. And then the last really big thing is just running down the calendar of all the important dates coming up. We've covered a few of them, but I just wanted to kind of list them out for everyone. So the first event is actually tomorrow, as Tori mentioned, with Deborah Caldwell from 11 to 12. And that, if anyone's on campus, it'll be here in room 458. If not, it'll be the exact same WebEx link as all of our other programs, so the one that was used today. And then February 2nd, the first CritLib meeting from 10 to 11 in School of Ed 302. Did we determine which WebEx room we're using?
It'll be the same one again.
Okay, we're going to use those. All right, so the same WebEx link. Thanks, Olive. And then February 20th, we will be having a panel that is about resumes and CVs that a number of our faculty were kind enough to be a part of.
Can I add to that? Sorry, yes. I don't mean to cut you off. Yeah, so I have not heard back from one faculty member, but so far we have 3 people that have confirmed in different areas. So we have Tammy Brewer for the school library area, we have Mike Crumpton, and then we have Catherine Crow. So they have definitely confirmed for the resume panel.
Okay. And that'll be from 11 to 12 on February 20th, School of Ed 401. So it's our really big conference room, if anyone's interested. And also, once again, the same WebEx room. Just always use the same WebEx link, unless we say otherwise. And then, as we said, March 3rd, we will be having a meetup in Concord, so just outside of Charlotte. And time and place will be announced as we get closer to that, once it's confirmed. And then we have spring break, thank God. And then after spring break, we have our next diversity speaker on March 20th. As Tori mentioned, Katrina Kendrick. I don't know why I put Davis on the agenda.
It's a potential as bad as the second last name that she has.
Okay, so we don't know her last name officially.
I think it's Katrina Davis Kendrick.
Okay.
But I could be incorrect. I apologize in advance.
So she will be doing, as Tori mentioned, the diversity questions from students, and that's from 11 to 12. As I know, we don't have a room yet, but we will let everybody know once we have a room. Same WebEx link. And then this is actually for the LIS department from March 29th to the 30th is the Cora Paul Bomar Summit and our Ideal Summit. And that actually has, on the 29th, in the Alumni House is going to be the speakers that we have lined up, and I know that Greg Hoffman, our administrator, has sent out a save the date. But as we get closer, they'll send out another one if anyone's interested. But we have, I believe, 2 speakers officially for that day. And then on the 30th, that Saturday, there will be an alumni luncheon and retirement kind of celebration for Dr. Carmichael. The alumni luncheon is a paid luncheon. I'm not sure about the prices for students. I know Dr. Connor tries to get it really cheap or at least free for us, but as of right now, it's a paid luncheon. And then also a student showcase that will be for a poster session for anyone who has done research or anything that they would like to showcase, and that'll be from 10 to 2 here on campus on the 30th. And let's see, I feel like I skipped something. March 23rd. I'm sorry, Allison. I forgot about the mindfulness event. We have so much.
That's okay. Well, yeah, we're still in the process of organizing that. Ashley Moy lives in Charlotte, and she is a former law librarian and is now a youth mindfulness instructor, so she has an interesting background. She wanted to kind of teach basics of mindfulness to use either with children in the school setting or just for yourself to calm down from all the stress of the job and work and school. So that's going to be March 23rd, a Saturday, and we're still kind of confirming details for that.
Yes. Okay, so that rounds out March. And then for April, on April 3rd, we will actually have an event with another speaker as part of our Diversity Initiative series, and that is Amy Fetter. Okay, Amy Fetter, who works with the Refugee Young Writers Camp. So we're going to be talking with her, and that is from 11 to 12 on April 3rd. We don't have a room for that yet in person, but once we have that, we'll let everybody know. And then the last thing officially as of right now on the calendar is April 10th. One of our former students, he's an alumni now, Chris Strigenti, is going to give a talk on a challenge that our Department of Leadership and Civic Engagement does, and it's the Leadership Challenge, and it involves working out in your community and doing a couple of other things as part of that challenge. And so on April 10th from 11 to 12, he's kind of going to give us just a rundown of how that challenge works. So if anyone is interested in participating, maybe next semester or in the coming months, they will know more about that. And as we get closer, once again, we will let everybody know. We don't have a room for that one either, but once we get there, we will announce it. So that's really it on what I've got. If anyone has anything else to add. Any dates we forgot? Like I said, we have a jam-packed semester.
My only comment is be on the lookout for social media. February, there are a couple things that are still tentative, as well as in March. There's one event that I know of that is still tentative, and we haven't confirmed some of these things. Everything that Melissa announced, we have confirmed, and we're in the process of getting rooms. But there are some dates that still might pop up. So you have built-in social stuff if you want it.
So just keep an eye out on our social media. Allison does a really good job of constantly updating that because we always have stuff to post. And then also the listserv, we send stuff out to the department. So that is pretty much it. If anyone,
I think I was just going to add that for Morgan and Erica, if you all, our executive board will be leaving at the end of the semester. So if you all are wanting to step up into a leadership role, that's something to be thinking about. So details later, clearly.
We're looking forward to elections in a few months. So if anyone is interested, you just have to have basically a semester's worth of classes in the program to run. So, all right. If that is it from everyone, we are done with our first general meeting of the semester. And hopefully we all get through this without breaking down.
Thank you, Erica and Morgan, for joining us. We appreciate your presence. No problem.
At least we can do.
We got you. Share the recording if you can.
All right.
Good work, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Send me the video.
Bye.
I'll send an email to you guys.
Sounds good.
I have questions.